What do the Visco girls say? Ooh, I don't know. Hello everybody, welcome to Break Remake. I'm your host Joan. Today I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to make scrunchies using your scraps. The guideline for making the scrunchies is super easy. All you need to think about is your fabric needs to be anywhere from 18 to 24 inches long and about 3 to 4 inches wide. Anywhere in that range is a perfect scrunchie. Your elastic for these scrunchies will be anywhere from 8 to 9 inches. Go by how you feel. As far as the elastic goes, just pick whatever you have laying around at the house that is about a quarter inch. A quarter inch is kind of wide, but they turned out just fine. We're gonna cover two methods on how to make the scrunchies. One is quick, it's gonna get it done. You're gonna have a scrunchie in moments. Well, sewing moments. The other one is a little bit more time intensive, but I think it looks prettier, so it's my preferred method to make them. I have two piles of fabric that I'm going to make into scrunchies. This one, I literally reached into my pile of fabric and pulled this out, so it is about the right shape and size. So we're going to use this one for one of the scrunchies. And then I've been keeping this for some unknown reason. For all of these examples, I'm just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. It's basically the width of your foot as you put your foot down onto your fabric. I'm going to press everything and then we can start cutting out our fabric. Well, one of the fabrics because the other one's ready to go. Okay, this is all cut out. I set aside my little pieces that are too small to save to go in a stuffing pile. So that is all going to get put inside of pillows later. Now let's set this up to sew using our first method. Take your fabric, put it right sides together so the right sides are kissing, and then pin this edge. The trick is you're gonna wanna fold back one edge so it is a clean finished edge. We're gonna put the raw edge inside of the folded edge when we get there. If it fights you, give it a press to the inside. Now go ahead and stitch up this long end. Take some time right now to press one side of the seam open. It just makes it a little less informal, as Mary Berry says. Grab a safety pin from inside of your scary pin holder and then we can flip this right side out. Use the safety pin to kind of push against and pull your fabric right side out as you go. Congratulations on your right side out tube. Now we can feed our elastic through here and we're in the home stretch for this scrunchie. Feed your elastic into the tube, but don't lose the end. That's terrible. Either pin it to itself or, just hold on to it. You're smart. You'll figure something out. Now all we're gonna do is pull the elastic and tie a knot, and then we got to sew it up. Now tuck the knot inside so it doesn't get in your way as you go to sew this. We're just gonna do a little top stitch across the opening here just to stitch this shut. This isn't necessarily my favorite way to do this. I would hand stitch this shut, but guess what? A girl needs a scrunchie. This will get the job done from a scrunchie, but let's go ahead and do the one that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to me. I like it better, but it involves more hand sewing. It's not that much. It's not that much. If hand sewing makes you bananas, it doesn't me. I love hand sewing. But if hand sewing makes you bananas, stick to this method. Setup for this one is gonna be the same way. You're going to put the long sides together so right sides are smooching. The trick with this one is you are going to leave the center open. Ooh, because that's going to be where we turn everything inside out. Now that you have your tube, go ahead and do the same kind of thing where you press half of it and then we'll turn it right side out. Only halfway. What does that even mean? Fold and press both sides of your opening too, so that way you can hand stitch it a little easier. Now for the magic. We are going to flip this inside of itself and then sew it right here. Let me show you how to set that up. Pin one side and then pull one raw edge to the other raw edge. Line up your seams inside as best you can and make sure the two raw edges are even Stevens, and then you can go ahead and hand tack this together. The reason why you need to hand do it is because it's too tiny to stick on the sewing machine. This will make you cry so many tears. Do a nice little running stitch about a 1/4 inch from the edge of the fabric. Make your stitches pretty small because it's going to be turned inside out and have a little bit of stress on it. Remember, when sewing this, you want to go around the circle like a donut. If you stitch it flat like this, you will have an eclair of sadness. If you guys have questions about hand sewing, let me know in the comments and I can totally help you figure it out. Now find the hole that you made in the fabric and then start pulling everything out through that hole. I punked myself. I put the hole on the inside of the fold. That's fine. Suffering builds character. Now we are ready to put our elastic in here. And you're going to do all the same things. Feed your elastic through, tie your knot, and then we're going to be able to hand stitch this hole closed. I've tucked my elastic inside. Now all I have to do is do a little slip stitch to stitch this shut, and we have a scrunchie. I have some tutorials over here about how to make little bags. That's a great way to use up scrap as well. If you have a great idea on how to bust your scraps, leave it in the comments below. We can totally help each other figure out different projects to do with our scraps, especially with the holidays coming. All your teenage girls, done.